there's a Sanskrit saying, Atiti Devo Bhavo. That means a guest is like God. So when that is the what you call. It's a tradition of Kerala, or actually of India, that when a guest comes in, you have to treat them like you would treat God, because Hindus have different gods. So I'm a Christian, but then so that means that when a guest comes in, you treat them well. Serve them food, serve them whatever they want. Can I ask you something? How did you like Kerala? Don't answer as if you were talking, but I would like to know what is a outsider's view of Kerala in general, because I'm from Kerala. So, and what would you like to be changed?
This is where I feel like our seats should be next to each other.
Okay. You want to be interviewed too? Okay. Now I'm the interview, right? Yeah.
No, I think even like we are both from the New York area, so it's a huge metropolitan. And almost all of our families come from different cultures. But like when we say we're going off to India, I would say a majority of our comments are fearful and negative.
Fearful and negative. Okay, yeah, I get that.
Like just, we can't comprehend what life is like here. And so it's almost like dealing with the unknown is scary. So like, you should stay here where it's safe. And so like when we arrive and everyone's so friendly and so nice, but then you also go over to Fort Cochin and here, but like you see that they also have all the cultures all represented here. It's like you realize
it's not so scary. It's not so scary.
The best group to interact with is always the kids. They're so much fun. We were riding our bikes yesterday through this, I think it was just the countryside, and this group of schoolgirls, just as we were riding, they started like chasing alongside us and just yelling that one of the girls was just really obsessed with America. Like she just kept telling us that she was obsessed with America, like she loves America. And I asked her why, and this is like a moment that I'm always gonna remember. She said, because women have more freedom in America. And she told me about how like they even have to cover their shoulders and their knees. And just generally women don't have as much freedom, and that's why she loves America. So it just really makes you realize what you have. Eric, how does this compare to Missouri?
Where Missouri was just punchy hill and then deep
descend, and then Punchy Hill. This is like if you stacked Missouris on top of each other and just kept going up. It is grueling out here.
I'm Sharan Deep Singh, last name Singh, and maybe you guys have seen many of them with turbans, so that's us. And I'm from North India, bordered with Pakistan, and up north it's China. So I'm totally different than people here. We have nothing in common, one big subcontinent, one big country, but over here the race is Dravidians and we are Aryans, so it's a different food, different language. But Southern California, very mellow, very nice. People are also very cool. I don't speak the language from here, but I just love it here because of the natural beauty around here. Many years, 2008, 2009, I was coming and going. This is when I used to live in Silicon Valley and work. So I came here just as a tourist for 3 days and ended up buying the small tea plantation. I just wanted to have a place cut off from the cities and the traffic. And I was really sick of living in America. As much as I love America, don't take me wrong, there's a duality, you know. I love the country, but I just hated the lifestyle, you know, going to work. The money was there, but it was just money. There was no life, you know. First time landing here will be really very difficult. All your senses are on assault. You feel you have never seen so much chaos. There's a traffic. Everything is unorganized. But like old aged wine, it gets better. The more you come here, slowly, you are in acceptance with the country and you start loving it. People are nice, but people are really super nice in USA too, but they're under heavy stress when it comes to big cities. You go to a country like Montana, even in California, or, you know, where there's a lot of space, a lot of people are also very, very nice. It's just the circumstances makes us or develop our personality where we grow. You know, you grow in a place like this, you know, it impacts you, makes you happier, right? Here, at least I'm doing better. Someday when I'm dead and gone, people will come and this forest will be full grown and people will love this place, you know. So I'm leaving this place much better than what I inherited. I mean, what can be more valuable than that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Live with little. Live large. So that's it. Here's my puppy. And one thing, yeah, adopt Indian street dogs, you know. Don't. I'm not a fan of pedigree dogs. How are you guys?
Good. We didn't jump the fence. We saw the bison when we came back.
Oh, many of them, right?
Yeah, they were like full.
No, puppy.
Hello.
Smart dogs, street dogs.
You're recording something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, we were just
No, this is
like they say in America, we were just shooting shit. We were just bullshit.
So what just happened?
Our warm showers came. Our warm showers host, his name is Mohan, and he came and gave us the most perfect gift ever, which is taking off our bags so we can ride like or feathers.
I am Mohan. Okay, we are now in my farm, like my parents' farm, actually, rather a joint family. We are in the southern part of Karnataka state in India.
You want to describe what warm showers is?
Warm showers is something like when you are on the road, you have a proper house, proper bed, and proper food and everything. So, and you meet the people, your hosts. So basically, who are again long time cyclists or cycle enthusiasts or cycle sympathizers. So you have some common bond with them, unlike couch surfing or something else. Warm showers, the common thing you share is a bicycle. So obviously they know what you want because they had been in your shoes earlier. The other side of it, or what comes on the second and third level with warm showers, then hospitality is more about you're staying with a family or with somebody who is hosting you or your host. Then you're living or observing their life for a day or two or whatever number of times you stay, and you are taking part in their life, and you are slowly observing him or her and their neighbors. So you are basically living the local life for some time.
Have your family said anything about hosting cyclists or having us here?
Cyclists, obviously, because I cycled, they can identify themselves. Okay, my son stayed with so many people. They know that. They may not know about the word warm showers, but they know that I am staying in American homes or I am staying in Canadian homes. All these, they know that. So obviously, when I call somebody, some cyclists home, obviously they know that he's reciprocating. You know what he accepted from others, he's doing it. He's extending that from their home. So that's why for me, understanding that they took good care of me, they are also extending the same. Though they are not cyclists and they never traveled and never saw any cyclist on the road, you know. I was in Brandon, Oregon. There was this family. I was his 500th warm shower guest. And his children were kind of 10-year-old girl, Olivia, and maybe 5-6-year-old son. They are so used to people and warm shower guests, you know. I was playing with them, and sometimes if they get nutty, you're the worst warm shower guest we have. That's kids, you know. So, and okay, that's the funny part. But then they used to show me, okay, where I'm the first Indian they hosted. They hosted one turban man from England who was doing West Coast earlier. Okay, I cooked nice chicken for them and Indian recipes. I cooked many in many warm shower homes. You know, coming to this marriage and this thing, like the kids especially, they get a lot of knowledge. They were seeing, okay, this is India, so show me where you are from in India again. You know, I mean, it's rare to peep into the every country's map and see that your kids taking interest to know where you are from and what it is like there. How does it rain there? The kids were asking, you know. So you see the knowledge levels they will get, seeing people, meeting people, and they start growing outward, accepting people, tolerance, all these things, you know. Kids will imbibe all those things, and especially if they are traveling, every day is different for them. Every day weather is different, people are different, food is different, and you can imagine, I mean, the amount of learning they get on the road, that's amazing. Yeah, so I think maybe, I mean, if you get a right partner, you should marry and travel with your kids, do this bicycling touring, not just that kind of, what do you call that, taking a package and going in the buses and flights to historic places, taking a picture and going out. That is there anywhere on the book, but they don't experience this. It goes with a slow riding only. That's all bicycle touring is about. If you want to appreciate landscapes, you have to cycle. Don't worry about the length of time or how many kilometers you are going to put in on a day. No, don't worry. Just pedal. With every pedal, look up. Don't look on the road. Okay, look up, observe and soak in the landscape. Amazing experience. That's what bicycling is.
My name is Aza and I'm from Iran.
What inspired you to come travel to India?
I thought that I wanted to do something for myself, and now I want to do that, not after 40 years or 50 years that I gain a good saving for traveling and then start to travel. I just wanted to do that now. So I wanted to do this trip for 1 year or 2 years. And it's worst case if I spend all of my money, all of my saving, and go back to Iran and start from zero in Iran. I think the having this experience, this I don't know, maybe 1 year or 2 year trip have more value than just staying in some place and seeing other people do something and just follow them through Instagram. I wanted to do by myself and feel in reality, not just in Instagram. I can say that it's a really big, maybe big difference in I felt big difference maybe in myself, because, for example, I was a person who couldn't sleep in other place. Like, I just could sleep in my bed. If I went to my friend's room or my friend's home, I couldn't sleep in a strange place. But now, during these 3 months, I really sleep well everywhere, everywhere in crowd. In the difficult situation was the train full of people, and I just sit on the floor and sleep all the night. And it was really nice that this exchange, maybe this big change, I just surprised that oh, this is me, that I couldn't sleep, but now I sleep everywhere. And they always ask that don't have any problem for talking, for communicating to people. They thought that my English is not well and I couldn't communicate maybe with people and I have problem. And I thought that it's the last thing you in the worst things you can just communicate with your body language, and you can do it well. So you shouldn't think about that and just stop following your dream. You just prepare for first step, and then other steps will follow, or something like that will come. Huh?